It's finally happening. After almost an entire half of a season of Major League Baseball, it is finally happening. And it's so funny because the guy I'm talking about right now, I haven't even used him in a thumbnail or a title since the beginning of the season. He has not been playing well, but he's finally coming out of the slump. And they say Colorado's good to get out of your slumps. Well, maybe that's just what Michael Conforto needed to break the slump. And I know it's only a few games. Quit. Oh, Brad, it's only a couple of games. Don't get that way. I get it. It's only a couple of games. But you got to have the glass half full or half empty. The Conforto glass is half full. He's had a solid couple of games. What am I talking about? Let's just talk about that. Conforto went 2 for 4 with a solo home run, an additional scored Wednesday 8-1 versus Colorado. And you know what I say? I mean, I say this. Everyone says this. Colorado's a place to get out of your slump. If you're slumping at the plate, that's a place that you want to go to. I mean, you got to think that if you're a member of that team, that would help. But when you're 50 games back out of first, or I'm sorry, 35 or whatever the number is. But the funny thing about this is I started going through when I was creating the title, doing the thumbnail, getting the Conforto thing. I have not used a picture of Conforto the entire year. That shows what he has done for the Dodgers. And here's what's happening. He's had a rough first season in LA. That's an understatement. Posting a meager 176, 302, 308 slash line through 70 freaking games. However, he's come alive over the past 2 contests in Colorado, homering twice and going 4 for 9, 4 RBIs. That surge may set that man Conforto back on a successful track. Though Bob Nightingale of USA Today, well, he says that might be more trade bait. For the Los Angeles may be seeking another outfielder via trade to address the Conforto's season-long struggles. Wouldn't that just be a kick in the throat, right? What a kick in the throat would that be? The Dodgers give you the whole season or half the season to start putting up some numbers, and then before the All-Star break, you start putting up numbers, and then you get traded. That would suck so bad. I Out of all this thing on this, I got to give props to Doc because Dave Roberts. I'll tell you right now, there is no freaking way that I would have sent him out there continually with the struggles that he was having. That's probably why I'm not ever going to be a manager besides Little League, which I have done before. But here's the deal. He trusted to send him out to get him out of his funk, right? We spent $17 million on him, so I'm sure he was also told that leash is a half a season long. And props to Robert staying with him. I wouldn't have done it. I would not have done it. I mean, if we can get the contributions out of Conforto that what Muncy's doing right now, kind of putting the team on his back, then that's something the Dodgers need to look to because Max Muncy has been firing on all cylinders. So, but what is Conforto? What can we look forward to if he gets back on track? Here is his regular season stats, and here is his career regular season stats. So, look at the numbers 246. That's very similar to a Max Muncy as far as average goes, right? 792 OPS. That's his career regular season. If we could get Conforto back to those numbers, to where he's putting up a 246, because look at his numbers right now 176, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs, and look at the at bats. That's no joke. 221 at bats. And he's not been able to get it done until recently. So is it finally over? Colorado helps get out of the slumps. I'll tell you that much. What if he goes big here tonight? That would be a good way to end things. But we talk about Max Muncy a lot because there were a lot of detractors against Max Muncy at the start of the season. Said Max needs to be traded. Max needs to go. Taylor needs to go. Conforto needs to go. They all need to go. The sky is falling. Everyone's saying that about Max. Where are those Max haters right now? You know who you are. You had bitter words for him. And now he's actually taking the team on his freaking back right now. Here's the numbers for last night. Here's the hitting line. And the struggles continue for Betts. You can see that 0 for 5. Yikes. Freeman, Now down to a 310, which you go, okay, that's good, but no. He's batting a measly one something, one and some change for the month of June. So, no, definitely not good for Freeman. He did get a run because he was patient enough to get that walk. But then you look at Max. Look at the 6 ribbies right there. Again, another massive game for Max. 250 is what he is batting right now. I'm telling you, if we could get Conforto to get on that same page, we are looking good. Because the thing is, Dodgers are still in first, second best record in all of baseball. Pajes, you can see, still contributed almost at that 300 mark for him. Edman has boosted his average back up a little bit. 248 is his number. And Conforto, I mean, what was he, 148 not that long ago? Up to a 176. I know that's minuscule, but you got to start somewhere. And rounding it out right there. So, okay. So, here's what I started looking through some of the viewer messages in the mail and stuff that people write up and say things, and Muncy came up, and I wanted to bring the viewer email up on this one. Okay, so this is what I read on, I think this was yesterday's post. KC59148 says, when Muncy is healthy, he can carry a team if superstars are slumping. I'll take his 240 average, 20 to 25 home runs, 80 RBIs all day. Great point. I've been saying the same thing, right? When the big dudes are down and it happens to be the exact same time Muncy is stepping up, that is awesome. All right, this one was a response for F430 Ferrari 5 says, yup, Munch is unique. It's crazy how all three, Freddie, Mookie, Ohtani, are struggling, and yet the Dodgers keep winning. Big runs, too. Muncy comes through, or if it's Will Smith or Teo or Pajes or Edman or Kim. Nicely said. Very well put. You know what? You cannot argue that right there. You cannot argue that. And the worst case scenario for the Dodgers are if it's your big 3 guys aren't hitting and then your other guys aren't contributing. Like I always say, 6 through 9. If they're not doing anything and your top 1 through 5 aren't doing anything, that's when problems come. But look at the Dodgers. Look what they're doing. Look how they're handling the season and giving Conforto that longer leash and staying with Muncy. Those are things that you have to give it up to the Dodgers organization for doing that. And even though some of us, even myself, I wouldn't have lasted that long with Conforto the Dodgers. And maybe it's a flash in the pan, but maybe it's not, and maybe it's just what was needed to make things happen. All right. Taking a look at what went down on the pitching side of things for last night. Hey, Yamamoto got some support. Well, yeah, towards the end, right? 5 innings pitched, 1 hit. Good to see him get back on. 1 base on ball, 6 strikeouts. Nicely done, Yama. A 7-6 record, 2.61. There's the ERA right there. A couple of hits Trevino gave up. His ERA boost up to the 4.30 mark. Vesia comes in, gets 1K, solid 3.03. Like to see Vesia in those 2s. That's where he belongs, or even high 1s. Like to see him get to that after All-Star break. Kopech comes in, 1 solid inning, 1 strikeout, no hits. And Klein comes in, 2 innings, 2 hits, but no runs across him. 3 Ks. How about that? Fine, right? And 0-0 on the ERA for him. So that's how that's looking. Of course, you got to look at it. Big night coming up tonight. Why? I'll tell you why. Because Kershaw's on the mound. The Kersh count continues in Colorado. 8 strikeouts shy of 3,000 career strikeouts. Could he get those 8 tonight? The 3-time Cy Young Award winner will take the mound, and he's going against Gomer. And you see that ERA, 8.38. Perfect opportunity for Dodgers to complete the sweep, get Kershaw as 8, and we all live happily ever after. So, and that's going to do it for Dodgers Digest. Brad J. Hey, thanks for tuning in as usual. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications. We're getting towards that 8,000 mark. Push us over the edge. Need your help to do it, man. Fresh content daily. On behalf of the entire crew out here, I'm Brad J. As you go through your day, keep thinking Dodgers. Dodger blue, that is. And let's go Dodgers.